Welcome back to Sons of Liberty. Okay, so we have a plan to stop the bombs, so let's do it. Oh look, watermelons.
You're gonna cut some watermelons first?
Unfortunately, Jova,
sorry, shoot them, I mean.
we only get, okay, in case you're wondering, Shiroi, Raiden only gets his trademark katana from Rising at the end of this game, so we can't, we can't cut the melons just now. Later.
I mean,
That was a force.
At least
That was
eat some of it so you don't waste all that fruit.
Sure, yeah. Anyway, sorry, that was just a force of habit from me because,
Yeah.
Raiden is definitely more well known for his swordplay than his gunplay.
We'll talk about that later. For now, let's just focus on the mission. Okay, so here's the basic
Also,
gist.
sure, the eating mechanic is in the next game.
I'm pretty sure this isn't the last time we have watermelons in this series.
No, it's not.
No.
Point out.
Look forward to Rising,
I took care
Shiroi.
of the seafloor
All right,
in
got a
Spot
call.
C. The ceiling of the women's bathroom was set to blow.
That's not like him.
Anything wrong?
Maybe. Pliskin's reported other locations too, and none of them are effective demolition points.
What do you mean?
It means that they wouldn't be the best places to choose if you wanted to destroy this place.
Are you saying they don't plan on blowing the shell up?
It certainly seems that way. So far, we haven't seen anything but a
Which
waste of good
means
explosives.
there's something more at hand going on.
A trap?
He couldn't have overlooked the fact that I would be called into this. There's something going on.
Okay.
That might as well be Metal Gear Solid in a nutshell.
Okay, so the basic gist of it is this. Take around, and as you can see, the map screen tells you every single strut that has a bomb in it. So as you can see, there's not really any way you can get lost, because the map is very self-explanatory. As long as it tells you where you are, it tells you what paths lead to which struts, so you can very easily orient yourself. Go to any place that has a B in it. When you are in set place with a bomb in it, take a look at your radar in the top right corner. The bombs will be the radar will detect your bombs with some yellowish sign into it. So it's fairly finding the bombs is a very simple affair.
You know, surprisingly for a place called Big Shell here, the map is not particularly big. Like, trust me, you will not get lost in Big Shell.
Well, this is meant to be like a big facility where people walk in and out of every strut. So I can imagine the architect intentionally designed it to be easy to get around and effective.
I'm speaking gameplay-wise, like, it is surprisingly very easy to navigate, even compared to that of Metal Gear Solid 1's map.
Well, that's what Metal Gear Solid 3 is more than going to make up for that by providing the biggest area to explore in Metal Gear yet, but we'll get to that. So yeah, this robot has a camera. So yeah, not only do we have to deal with security cameras, now they've created a thingamajig that flies security cameras around.
That's Cypher, I believe.
So yeah, basically pass through while the camera is down, like that.
Yeah, Cypher, aka Solid Snake's up B move and smash.
Alright, so now we're in strut B. And there you go, as you can see in the radar, there's quite a couple bombs in here, so let's look for them.
With some gas as well, by the looks of it. Now seriously, like, on the map, it looks like you're walking through poisonous gas.
Indeed. Alright, so like the dude said, let's freeze the bomb. This should keep it inactive for a total of 24 hours, which should give us more than enough time to solve the problem. Alright. And at this point on, you can just go in a circle, because every strut from A to E from section 1 is with bombs. So you can just go from A to B to C, and so on and so forth. You should get around to getting all the bombs fairly easy, because every time you want to see if you've gotten all the bombs, take a look at the map screen, and if the B in the map disappears, that's because you've taken care of all the bombs. Again, very simple mechanic, which again, it sounds like it would be, oh well, of course it is. But you'd be surprised how many early 2000s games could get even basic stuff like this wrong. So, there you go.
That sound effect.
So, yeah, starting with 3, they'll actually implement a much better grunts for the mooks. There you go.
What a shame, no locker to put him in.
A lot of blood in here. Okay. Vamps, like the blood of Vamps victims is there you go. Oh, there you go. Hey, where are you? Come here.
Stop him.
That's okay, Jolo. Remember, we're still operating on the logic of the original Metal Gears, meaning if I get out of this area, I can just reset the detected status. So, oh fuck.
You were saying?
Well, actually, I think
It's like you let him go, so he called in backup.
I think if I remember correctly, I'm actually about to. Yeah. I'm just going to tackle that. I was wondering, is this where I'm going to show the game over screen? No. It turns out not. I actually only show Raiden's game over screen later. It's been a while, so I actually forgot about this. Okay.
You still using tranks or just bullets at this point?
No, I'm using the actual proper killing gun. It's an MGS3 that I'm going to make a no-kill run, or at least attempt to.
Again, the fact that the Big Boss rank requires you not to kill, despite the fact that Big Boss, as far as we've known him up to the point in this series, is pretty murderous, really does make you think.
They just went, okay, what can we call the highest rank? Big something, like Big Boss. There you go. That works.
Also because Big Boss was the most skilled and highly decorated soldier, known in the past, as told during the first Metal Gear.
Yeah, basically.
Which does make me wonder, given how Metal Gear Solid 3 goes, I wonder if they finally took to mind the fact that, hey guys, it's kind of awkward that we named the highest rank, which involves you not killing anyone after Big Boss. So I wonder if part of making Metal Gear Solid 3, they decided, well, let's implement that into the story.
Crafty Colonel.
Crafty Colonel.
Almost executive.
Okay. Trust me, Dwibs, the whole Big Boss and not killing thing, that... it gets context with Metal Gear Solid 3.
Well, it's honestly, I don't think it's even so much that. I'm pretty sure the only reason they called the highest rank you can get at the end of the game Big Boss is mostly because, I'm pretty sure there was no actual story reason for them to do it. They just did it because, it's as good of a name as any other, probably. I seriously doubt there was an actual... I seriously doubt it's way more complicated than just naming it just for the lols. Honestly.
Yeah. The thing is, it's Metal Gear, Pedro. Like, almost everything has a metasense to it.
That is true.
In terms of whatever they work into the games.
That is true.
If it were any other games,
alright, Tio, get ready and go.
Okay.
If there were any other game series, I definitely wouldn't be digging that deep into it, but, with Metal Gear and all that.
Okay. Okay. No, sure, I understand. This is one of those cases where my instincts are telling me that probably this wasn't one of them, but at the same time, your guess is as good as mine.
Who knows? Maybe it's a revelation that Big Boss wasn't such a bad guy after all.
Well, it depends.
I wonder if we might get a game that capitalizes.
Oh no, he's still a bad guy. Definitely. It's just what we are going to see eventually, starting with the next game, is how he became that way. But we'll get to it. Oh look, we found ourselves a cardboard box on the other side of this thing. Let's get it. So yeah, this particular strut is a maze. So try your best to find the correct spots to go to crouch through. Let me see. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to do a codec half before I start proper. I think.
Man, this music is smooth as all hell.
Yeah. Again, like I said, the music of this game was done Harry Gregson Williams did all the main the primary themes, but the sound team from the previous game is still here. Kazuki Moroaka is still here. So basically, you have all the cool stuff from Harry Gregson Williams plus Konami's sound team still at work. So it works really well. And here we go. We got
here we go.
Cardboard box number 1. All right. So the idea,
it's interesting though. Cardboard box number 1, though.
Yeah, that's
more like 9. It actually indicates the quantity that you got 1 cardboard box. So.
Yeah, this is the first Metal Gear game to give. Well, actually, no. Technically, the previous game was the first one. Starting with Metal Gear Solid 1 and now carrying on. We'll have multiple cardboard boxes to get. This would later come to a proper refinement in Metal Gear Solid 5, where we always have the same cardboard box, but we can customize it with some anime girl stickers, like Shiroi says. So
neat. Oh god, imagine a gotcha game about collecting cardboard boxes.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've explained this. One addition to the controls that this game has as well that you just saw me do is if you stand yourself next to a wall and press the Y button or triangle button if you're playing on the PlayStation, you can climb something that is actually climbable. So this is actually the first time in Metal Gear where you can climb certain objects. Alright, let's see what else we have here. Hold on. There must be some... Alright, so for this place, there's actually a little spot that you can squeeze through in here. Trying my best to get through, like, unfortunately it's not
There's a bomb.
Yeah, there's a bomb in there, so let's see. Must be some... Basically, if I was trying to see... Okay, wait, did I remember something wrong? But no, I actually forgot that we have these things to get here. Alright, so this is...
Did somebody leave ammunition? Oh wait, no, that's a bandage.
Oh, bandage.
The same, though. Of all the places to leave a bandage there. Yes, in case someone is critically injured, let's leave the means of healing them in an incredibly tough-to-reach location.
Hey, Teo, maybe it's like in that premonition. Bandage brand bandages. The best bandages.
Yeah, Trevor, it's little wonder the bad guys don't win in these games. Their handling of their inventory is horrific.
Yeah.
Although, given what we figure out about Ocelot in this game, yes, there's more to Ocelot still that we don't know. I wonder if this is kind of intentional.
Well, we can talk about that when we actually get to the climax. That's just...
The point is that,
I'm
again...
pretty sure we learned the aspect I'm thinking of sort of by the midpoint.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
Do you think it's a trap?
I don't know.
Go on, Teo.
But I'm gonna tell Pliskin to watch his back.
The point is that, as the code is saying, the placement of a bomb just makes no sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is weird because, like we've already... Yeah,
He's a pro.
yeah, like we've established before, Fatman is a pro bombist, so you'd think he would know the best places to put the bombs in.
Maybe he's doing it just to befuddle us.
I wonder. There's a lot of people seemingly wanting to deceive us in this game.
People wanted to deceive you in a Metal Gear game? Who'd imagine?
Well, I will argue this is the one that actually primarily does it. But
oh yes, absolutely. It's practically the theme of the game.
no, it is. I mean, Kojima himself even said that. Again, plenty of people have.
It's so thick you can taste it.
Plenty of people have talked about how the primary core theme of the story is manipulation and deceit. So it's intentional. So. Kind of like how in kind of like how in Far From Home, right? Like it's a Spider-Man movie where the villain is Mysterio, so it makes perfect sense for the theme of the story to be manipulation and deceit, right?
Ooh, rations, good.
It's a good thing these. Oh, look at that! We found another poster. Let's take a look at this.
Probably one of the wife waiting for her husband or wife back home. Although, assuming all the workers
Maybe
here are
it's an
male...
idol.
Those American soldiers really do love their Japanese idols.
It will basically come to a conclusion in Metal Gear Rising, where we get, a stereotypical fat guard at the NASA, I think, Space Center, who is, literally not sleeping on the job, but he's busy literally reading, manga. Basically.
In the meantime,
this goes to show that we can be.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, as you can see, we're back to the beginning, like at the stop of Strate, and since then, new guards have come to patrol this place since last time we were here.
Nice takedown maneuver there.
And we got more bandages. Yeah, fortunately we can... this game also kind of does something that it's like incredibly common in modern games. In typical Metal Gear fashion, this game is also ahead of the curve in some aspects. Like, for example, you can come into these places and open the door from behind, which means now you can travel between the top of strut A and the bottom a lot faster than you could before. Again, this is something that modern games do all the time. Yeah, this is something that modern games do all the time, but this was actually one of the first games to actually do something like this. So, again...
I wouldn't be too surprised. Okay, this was slightly present a bit in the first Metal Gear Solid, to be honest, but this one, refines it more. I wouldn't be too surprised it being, under the same umbrella that Kojima decided to take inspiration from Castlevania Symphony of the Night for this approach.
Probably. Alright, so now we have a soldier and a cipher.
I forget if you can shoot the ciphers.
Yes, you can. You can, yes.
Guess what the weak point is?
The thing is, when it comes to the thing is, I like to try to only use ammo specifically more for the human soldiers, because when it comes to something like this, like the ciphers, you can easily avoid them if you know what you're doing. So no need to waste ammo. Let's just keep going.
Also, little tidbit: I love Raiden's going up and down the stairs animation.
There you
There's
go.
just something about it that's very
Trust the box, Raiden.
yes. Trust it like
Nope, nobody here. Just a cardboard
Nothing
box.
to see here.
Nothing here. Just a cardboard box. Exactly.
There you go, sir.
See, you see, that's your lesson for today, kids. Cardboard boxes will save your life.
Unless you're going up against a Lucario.
I hope now you've realized, Sheila, how awesome cardboard boxes are.
I think we got that long before this game.
True, yeah.
We did have an example where it did not work. I think got busted. The problem
Wasn't that
with this game.
strictly trailer footage?
No, I think Taylor's talking about the previous part where I actually got caught. See, the thing is, that actually gives me a chance to explain, so good one, Taylor. Okay, the way the cardboard boxes usually work in Metal Gear, specifically the Solid games, is this. Yes, you can hide in cardboard boxes, and a lot of times if the guards are not actively looking for you, you should be able to fool them completely. However, if you're in alert status, and by that I mean if the guards know that you're around and they're looking for you, then they'll be a lot more suspicious. That way, if they see a cardboard box that seems out of place, they'll investigate it. So again, this is something that's going to continue to be refined further and further with every Metal Gear game. The mooks in Metal Gear games get progressively smarter with their AI, to the point which culminates in MGS5, where the AI is amazing. Like, seriously, some of that NPC AI in Metal Gear Solid 5 is the best I've ever seen. Like,
and conversely, you do get new toys that you can use to your advantage. Say,
mm-hmm.
Decoy, for example.
Yes. Go on.
Ask in regards to this game, what's your overall approach structure?
About the same as the previous game, because like I said, this game still operates on the same formula that started in Metal Gear 1. It's in Metal Gear Solid 3 that they're probably going to shake up stuff more accurate. But this one is still operating on that formula that was established in Metal Gear 1. Clearly, it's the most refined version of it, but it still has that core skeleton. So I'm gonna approach it around the same way I did the previous game. Like, I'm gonna try my best to stealth way through, but at the same time, I'm not afraid to use lethal force if necessary. Go on.
So Pedro, speaking of cardboard boxes, whenever you play Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, do you use the cardboard box for the stealth section?
I'm gonna be using a bit of it just for the lulz, because it's always fun. But yeah, obviously I'm not gonna be using it as much because the cardboard
game it's kind of treated as a joke or anything.
Yeah.
You can still use it.
It contributes to what they said a bit in the prologue. Again, one of the reasons why a lot of people, do not appreciate Rising is because they do feel the plot and the elements feel too much of a parody of a typical Metal Gear, and they feel that it goes a bit too much on, and it goes back to not being respectful to its legacy.
Well,
again, it's a matter of how you interpret this factor, if you think it's fine despite everything or not.
To me,
Here's my take on Metal Gear Rising, honestly. I feel like, for all its quirks, if you have an issue with it, that's more just a symptom of how crazy the series has gotten to that point. Honestly, for as much as Twin Snakes definitely had its insane moments, and don't get me wrong, as a remake, that was probably not a good thing to do. Still, though, as of Metal Gear Solid 2, we're gonna get some crazy stuff.
Not just
Gear
that,
Solid
but
3 will get even more over the top. And then I would say Rising is definitely in tune with Metal Gear Solid 4.
here's the
That
thing.
is one.
So, here's the go on.
In Metal Gear Solid 4's case, that was literally the first ever Metal Gear Solid game where you did not have to stealth your way through it at any moment. Like, you could pretty much go guns a-blazing if you truly wanted to in Metal Gear Solid 4. My guess is that Metal Gear Rising, again, being in tune with that, since that's the one game that takes place chronologically after 4, as far as I know,
Yes.
does sort of work off of that mentality here, but obviously some developmental issues came about, and eventually when Platinum entered the picture, they more or less agreed, okay, we don't really need to constrain ourselves to the stealth stuff of Metal Gear. It's a spin-off, and we're gonna run
Yeah, that's what I was
wild
gonna say. Yeah, that's the big. Here's the big difference between Twin Snakes and Rising. Rising is a spin-off, so it has more freedom and leeway to do things differently. Whereas Twin Snakes was supposedly a remake of the most iconic game in the series.
Now, to be fair to some detractors here, given how Rising initially started off, it seemed like it was gonna be definitely more well integrated with Metal Gear. Again, there were a lot of changes overall in there, and yes, that's a cool thing that you can drop down from that floor to the next one.
Yeah, it's the hanging mode.
Yeah.
It's the hanging mode. Like I said, like the formula from Metal Gear 1 comes to its ultimate refinement in this game. And starting with the next game, that's when they start mixing things up with some major changes. But this is as far as the original formula from 1987, this is the culmination. This is the ultimate gameplay refinement of that original formula.
But anyway, overall, my take on Rising is, I get why some people may be put off by how over the top it gets, especially in the story. And yes, I know that's saying something, that a Metal Gear plot feels over the top by the series' standards, given, again, all the crazy stuff we get by Metal Gear Solid 4.
Again, it's one of those. Honestly, I don't even have much of a problem with anything. Honestly, I see. Here's the thing. I feel like comparing Twin Snakes. Yeah, I think comparing Twin Snakes to Rising is a bit. I think it's one of those things where here's the thing about. Here's the thing about Metal Gear Solid Rising. In Rising, everybody is acting in character. Despite, yes, there's a lot of over-the-top shit going on, but the character, Raiden acts like Raiden, Sonny acts like Sonny.
The voice actors sound like they give up shit.
That too.
Okay, to be fair, I feel like Sonny is better in Rising than she was in 4 for a few reasons.
I don't know. I really love Sonny in the original. I mean, she's adorable. She's kind of like Sage from Frontier. She's one of those adorable children that you can want to protect. But
I definitely like her too.
I think we're going a bit too much ahead now.
Sure.
So.
Well, I think we're being vague enough to be honest with you. But anyway, the point is, here's in Rising, yes, there's a lot of over-the-top stuff going on, but the thing that holds that game together is the fact that the characters still act like themselves. My biggest problem with Twin Snakes is not even the over-the-top stuff. My biggest problem is that they fucked up Snake's character, and that to me is unforgivable, because like I've explained in our extra part that where we covered that, the way Snake reacts in that cutscene is completely out of character. That's not how Snake behaves, and that to me is where the problem really becomes. Like, if you break the main character's personality, that is unforgivable to me. Like,
I hesitate to say that they broke his personality as a whole in that game, really, especially over that one cutscene.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many times does he do something like that in that game?
Well, again, Dibs.
I think that's kind of the only part in the remake where he acts
because
like that.
If he was doing that throughout the whole game, then I'd understand. But one instance, I mean, it's not even like that Doctor Who episode where the first Doctor was portrayed as a sexist pig all the way.
That's cool.
It's just like one bit of like a.
That's
how long is that game?
That's cool to us, but for me, just doing it once is already more than enough, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway,
here's my take on it. It wasn't him being out of character, more so exaggerated.
Who is this?
Stealth-equipped Claymore mines, invisible to the naked eye.
Well, that's not creepy at all.
Identify yourself.
Just call me Deep Throat.
Shadow Moses?
That's the name. That's the. Okay, so you're a porn star or something?
If I call
Just
you
call yourself Blowjob while you're at it.
Why did you
That
contact
for me is no job, at least.
Let's just say I'm one
Whatever.
of your fans.
Wait, I'm one of your fans.
Hey!
One of your fans.
Guys, am I? Is it
That's
just me?
pretty weird.
Just contacted
Is it just me, or am I getting a sense of deja vu?
And whoever
Probably nothing, Joe.
wasn't a burst transmission. The transmission was sent from within the big shell.
He called himself Deep Throat at first. Do you think?
I caught that part too. But the
Yeah, I can totally believe Pinto Fin the others like to do multiple takes with the name.
Fox was the one who used
Oh,
that
yeah.
alias in Shadow Moses, and he's dead.
Is it an enemy
Or
trap?
is he?
Exercise
Maybe Gray
extreme
Fox is
caution.
alive. I mean, let's be honest, it wouldn't be the first time he's come back from the dead.
Okay, so like Deep Throat said, we need the mine detector. So which we don't have. So okay. Oh, all right. Let's see what. All right. So Rose is calling. Let's see.
I'm kind of busy right now.
Yeah, we're kind of busy right now, Rose.
You're right. Sorry.
I do remember. It was right after I transferred to New York. There are all these tourists around you in front of the Federal Hall.
A group of middle-aged Japanese ladies came up and
Is
asked
now
me
really
which
the
building
time
it
to
was
be
where
having
King
this
Kong was climbing in the
conversation?
movie.
Is kind
I
of
said it
my.
was
Oh,
probably
right, King Kong.
Whenever we have
Of
this
course, it's
conversation.
of course it's the King Kong. King Kong is one of Kojima's favorite movies, for the record.
I said
What
the
did he say?
Chrysler
Jimmy.
was in Godzilla.
We started
All the more
arguing, and I
recent
forgot
ones.
all about.
Well,
the
this was
tourists.
2001, so
I
by
was
this point, no.
insisting that I was right,
I mean,
and you
after
were doing
this,
the same.
obviously.
The next thing we knew, the Japanese women had gone away, and we ended up going to the Skyscraper Museum to see who had the better recall.
We argued all the way
And
to
then
Battery
he
Park,
sticks up behind Ryder while they're talking about this
since
and
the
shooting.
museum was closed.
Yeah,
We
like
went our
even
separate
when
ways
Rose
from the
isn't being
museum.
annoying, and
And
we'll
then I
get
found
into
you again
those
by
later,
coincidence out
I
in the
just can't
base
really
floor.
bring myself to care for
Amazing
these sequences.
coincidence
Like,
that we were
story-wise,
actually looking at
it
the
does
same
not
place.
make sense for Raiden to
That night we
be
went
just
up to the top of
dropping
the Empire
everything just to
State.
talk about,
was so
oh,
weird.
love, 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 love,
I
love,
could
love,
look
love,
down
what
on
we
the
did
Chrysler
back as a
from
couple here and there
120
when,
stories
again,
above
time is
ground.
of the essence and the president is
There are
kidnapped.
bombs around, guys.
Like-
Come
like-
on.
And that was our first date.
I don't remember the
watched
first
King
game
Kong
having
in your
things
apartment a bunch of
cutscenes like
times
this.
that night.
Oh, I love this
Like,
one.
sure, Snake and Meryl. Oh.
Yeah, they watched King Kong a bunch of times that night. So they watched the exact. So did they watch the exact same version, or did they watch like all versions available up until this point?
I think Kojima would answer a question from before the waves with a yes.
I mean, okay, to answer your question, James, Meryl and Snake flirted a bit, but they didn't, like, waste time on bouts where they didn't need to talk like this.
All right, so let's save the game.
Yeah, I called you just so I don't save the game.
Yeah, one unfortunate downgrade from
Rose.
Mei Ling is that
Yeah, no comment.
Rose doesn't have as much fun banter as Mei Ling has.
Well, the thing, Rose is meant to be a completely different type of character, but I can only talk about it in length when we actually do get to the end of the game.
They
So
have bodies. They
I
have
love her tone at that. It's like, honey, I killed someone. Well, you are a soldier, dear.
well, Shiroi, when you're engaged to a soldier, you kind of have to take this as the status quo.
It's the
So.
only way I can manage
No,
the
that
fight.
wasn't what I was saying.
Oh, okay. What is it? What was it then?
Like he's the one being like, honey, I just killed someone. It's like, well, yes, you are a soldier.
Well, she has a point there.
No, I know that's the. Okay.
All right. Okay, everybody. Tune in next time, where we will continue to search for more bombs.
But there's just a little bit left here.
There is, but
Yeah.
we're about to end in a few
We're gonna
seconds.
run around for a couple of seconds, just
Yeah. Oh, here's a soldier. Oh, there you go. Hey,
another 20 seconds. To be exact.
there gives me a chance to show off the Raiden's game over
Answer me!
screen. There you go.
Jack!
Line read.
So yeah, Ryder decided, actually, you know what? I don't care about this mission. All these people can go to hell. Whee! Splash.
And he went for the ultimate
And
swim.
that is the Metal Gear Solid 2 story. And I guess Snake died, Raiden died, everybody died, and yeah,
Bombs go off.
turns out 3, 4, and 5 were actually only fever dreams.
Whoa, hold on. Remember though, 3, 4, and 5 have Snake playable. So clearly, what
Well,
happens is Snake comes back from the dead.
I mean, 3's a
And
prequel
all
to be
past
fair.
stories.
I mean, 3's a prequel to be fair. 4 and 5, actually, 5's a prequel too. Now 4, on the other hand.
Yeah.
No, that's a clone, obviously.
All right.
Oh god, another clone.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya.